panel. Yunus Khan, Mohammad Hafiz, welcome back all of you. What a game this was, and all of our predictions, especially about the runs being scored by India, somewhat came true. 180 on the board. Where will you start on this? Because a convincing show by India's batters, and thoda up and down raha, but in the end.
Where will you start the Indian history since late 90s, right? There were many greats. How did they start building up the whole process? How did they start building up the whole team? You know, the team is not only a good enough team, they are a bench strength. If you look at the bench strength, people are dying to get in, but they can't. How did that happen? When we played against India, India was bogged down by us. Ask those people. We used to just run them down like there's no tomorrow. What happened to the process? What happened with the process? India has invested themselves into the system, brought back Surya Kumar Yadav, Pant, Kohli, Sharma. Before that, there's Sachin, Rahul, Lakshman, Ganguly. People make the teams, people make the systems, and create the legends, and the people follows them. Today, what happened? Who's Surya Kumar Yadav? He's not a captain of the team. He was playing like a captain as a team.
Yeah.
This is what it is lacking is Pakistan. What is lacking is in Pakistan team. So people take responsibility. Hey, listen, you can't do it. Virat Kohli, the greatest batsman ever of the history of cricket. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you how to do it. Happened. Gone. Off you go. Don't worry about it. We have Hardik Pandya, bowling all-rounder. जब bowling all-rounder हमारे पास रज़ाक होता था, अज़हर होता था, हफीज़ होता था, शाहिद होता था, सब करते थे. There's a bowling all-rounder. People are there. You just make teams. This is what happens. Ruthless performance by India and clinical finish. I still believe that India was about at least 30 runs short.
Yeah.
Had Rohit Sharma stayed there for a couple of more minutes, or Rishabh Pant stayed there for another 2-3 hours, they would have get around 220. I'm done with my answer within 2 minutes, please.
Wonderful. Short, crisp, and super fast, just like his bowling. Thank you so much. Marty, what?
But one last thing. Hats off to Afghanistan. You guys are brilliant. My full support to you, Afghanistan. I love you because you have raised a bar. There is no tomorrow. Pakistan is not in the Super 8. You guys are. Well done. Keep going. आप बड़ी टीमों को फेंटा लगाएंगे. Well done.
Yeah, they fought valiantly, and Rashid Khan had some real moments of brilliance with his captaincy.
Yeah.
They bowled really well in
100%.
the first innings, as you said, restricting India really to what could have been a much larger total. Led from the front with a beautiful performance with the ball. Fazal Haq Farooqi was great once again. Martin, where did Afghanistan lose their way though for you? In that run chase, it kind of just felt like there wasn't a clear-cut plan once Gurbaz got out.
Yeah, I thought he was a little bit reckless, to be honest, trying to take Bumrah down so early. Sort of threw his wicket away, really. Just didn't take the time to sort of get in and build a partnership.
Have a look at the best bowler.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he played a beautiful shot off Arshdeep Singh in the first over, using his feet down the track. But
13 runs off the first over.
If you look at it here, the chase, partnership of 13, 10, 0, 44, 4, 30 something in there, you know, they just never got a big partnership to set the innings up. Where if you look at India, you know, they had a 43-run partnership in 4.1 overs. They had a 28-run partnership in 2.2, a 60-run partnership in 6.1 overs. Really set the innings up to get to that 180 mark, and it just proved too much. They were just too good.
They hunted in pairs, Roha.
For sure. Yunus Khan, what was your takeaway? क्योंकि हमने रन्स के बारे में बात की थी और वहाँ पे जो जैसे शुएब कह रहे थे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हर बैटर ने शो की. सूर्य कुमार यादव ने भी पोस्ट मैच इंटरव्यू में यही कहा कि हमें अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का पता था एंड वी प्लेड लाइक यू नो दैट इन अ मैच्योर वे, जिससे जो हमारे से एक्सपेक्टेशंस थी. बट व्हाट वर योर की टेकअवेज फ्रॉम इंडियाज बैटिंग? डू यू आल्सो एग्री दे वर अ बिट शॉर्ट ऑन द रन्स?
इंडिया की बात करूंगा तो देखें, ठीक है उनके पास रोहित शर्मा है, विराट कोहली, लेकिन आपको जब आप बड़े गेम्स के लिए जाते हैं, बड़े इवेंट्स के लिए जाते हैं, तो एक दो प्लेयर्स नहीं होने चाहिए आपके पास. यही बैटिंग में है, यही बॉलिंग में है. हम अगर उनकी बात करें तो उनके पास एक ऐसी बैटिंग लाइन है जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा मेच्योरनेस नज़र आ रही है, और बॉलिंग में भी एग्जैक्टली ऐसा ही है. तो मेरे ख्याल से एक फुल उनकी एक टीम है जो कि वो कहते हैं ना कि इंग्रेडिएंट्स सारे उनके पास मौजूद हैं. और अगर आप
बनाता कौन है?
नहीं देखिए, वही वाली बात जो आप पहले कर रहे थे, जो बीच में कमर्शियल वो आ गया था कि हम टॉस पे चले गए थे. एक पॉइंट जो बड़ा हमने अच्छे रेस किया था कि टीमें बनती कैसे हैं. टीमें बनती इस तरह है कि इस तरह टीमें नहीं बनती कि आप सबको निकाल लें या सबको ले आए. अगर आज विराट कोहली की बात करते हैं तो विराट कोहली के सामने कौन थे?
सचिन.
शोएब अख्तर के सामने कौन थे जब शोएब अख्तर टीम में आए थे? यूनुस खान जब आए थे तो कौन थे सामने? सईद अनवर. तो देखिए ये आपको इस तरह करना होता है फॉर सम हाउ, हम डिटेल में नहीं जाएंगे तो फिर थोड़ा पर्सनल हो जाएगा कि किस तरह फिर निकाले गए और वो फिर वही एक वही दोबारा डिबेट शुरू हो जाएगा। ऐसा नहीं, देखिए आप टीम में प्लेयर्स रखें, वो प्लेयर रखें, वो सीनियर रखें जो कि रोल मॉडल्स हों, और फिर उसके बाद फिर यंगस्टर बनते हैं। आज अगर हम अपनी टीम की बात करें, हमारे पास यंगस्टर नहीं है, हमारे पास क्योंकि उनके सामने है ही कोई नहीं। तो देखिए इस तरह टीमें बनती, जैसे अभी हम यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं। और जो टीम अफगानिस्तान की बात करूंगा तो उनके पास कोई प्लान नजर नहीं आ रहा था। देखिए आपको जब चेस करना होता है ना, देखिए एक चेस करने में और पोस्ट करने में फर्क है। पोस्ट आप करें ठीक है, आप अगर हम टीम इंडिया की बात करें तो वहाँ भी 40 ऑड्स की एक पार्टनरशिप है, फिर 60 ऑड की एक पार्टनरशिप है, ज़्यादा पार्टनरशिप नहीं है। लेकिन ये आप ठीक है, एक्सेप्टेबल है जब आप पोस्ट कर रहे हो, लेकिन जब आप चेस कर रहे हो तो उसमें ये नहीं हो सकता कि आप सभी एक तरीके से खेलें। किसी एक दो बैटर्स को जाके टिल एंड तक खेलना होता है। बेशक ये हार जाते हैं, लेकिन ये 47 से नहीं हार सकते थे, ये हार जाते। जैसे यूएस हारा, 18 रन से हार गए। तो मेरे ख्याल से ये टीम अफगानिस्तान इससे अच्छी टीम है और वो लर्न करे और आगे जा रहे हैं।
हुआ है उनके ओपनिंग पेयर को हमने बार बार इस वर्ल्ड कप में देखा है, स्टिचिंग दोस पार्टनरशिप्स एंड टेकिंग द गेम डीपर। लेकिन आज कहीं ना कहीं आई थिंक शायद प्रेशर था या इंडिया की बॉलिंग को भी क्रेडिट देंगे। बिल्कुल
एक छोटा सा आंसर देता हूँ, अगर आपने सुपर 8 में आगे जाना है, टॉप 4 में जाना है, तो आपको ये नहीं, आप वन डायमेंशन टीम नहीं बनना कि या तो हमारी बॉलिंग अच्छी है या हमारी बैटिंग अच्छी है, आपको दोनों में अच्छा होना है। तो
आज अफगानिस्तान वन डायमेंशन
थी वो, और खेली भी एक वन डायमेंशन की तरह। जो आ रहे हैं पहले ठीक है, आप मानते हैं कि पावर प्ले में आप एग्रेसिव खेलें, लेकिन कितने एग्रेसिव खेल सकते हैं पावर प्ले में? ये तो नहीं हो सकता कि आपने जो 180 रन चेस करने हो पावर प्ले में ही कर लेने। ऐसा नहीं हो, चेज और पोस्ट करने में बहुत फर्क होता है।
Right, a big difference between chasing a target and posting the runs. And I think when Rashid said earlier at the toss that he would have also wanted to bat first, you can see where Afghanistan were going with their strengths, and a bad toss to lose for him once again.
Yeah, I think a side that has no pressure of having to chase down a scoreboard target against the likes of India, definitely that maybe the psychology played a little bit into Afghanistan really trying to break the back of that run chase. They weren't able to do so today. It was such a strong statement from India, 47-run win, very similar to what we saw from England against the West Indies, the defending champions in the early hours of the morning, Hafiz. A lot of brilliant individual performances from India today, but who stood out for you?
I think Surya Kumar Yadav, the way he batted, because on a track which was not offering that much pace, where the batsmen can easily play their shots, and this guy looks like he has all the time to play the shot. I said it earlier, he seems like an unorthodox brilliance, the way he plays, the way he executes his skills. So I'm really impressed with the knock he played today. The most impressive part was he took on straight away to the main bowler of Afghanistan. Rashid was getting wickets. He straight away attacked on him. As I said earlier, to tackle any quality spinner, you need to have attacking option against him. Once he started playing that, he looks like a different batsman. So I think, to me, the way he batted, he makes sure that India should manage to get that total on the board where their bowling can defend it. So I think all credit goes to Surya Kumar Yadav.
A quick look at the match summary to refresh our minds what happened when India won the toss and they chose to bat first. 181 is what they posted on the board thanks to Surya Kumar Yadav in that blistering knock. 53 of 28. Hardik Pandya with 32 off his bat. Another all-rounders innings from him. Kohli just getting started but not quite staying there. 24 from his bat, and Rishabh Pant with 20 off 11. A fiery contribution from him. Bowling की अगर हम बात करें, Captain Rashid leading with the ball, 3 wickets to his name off his 4 overs, giving away 26 runs. Fazal Haq Farooq a little bit on the expensive side today, but 3 wickets to his name as well out of his 4 wickets. And of course Naveenul Haq picking up 1 wicket, giving 40 runs as well. Chase की अगर हम बात करें तो थोड़ा सा partnerships की जो lack of partnerships की हम अभी बात कर रहे थे वो clearly नजर आ रहा था from the Afghanistan batters. So not much from their top 3, but then of course we saw Umar Zai with 26, Najibullah 19, Gulbadin was in the playing 11 today, 17 from him, Nabi with 14, but not quite the runs that they needed or somebody to finish off the game. Bowling अगर हम देखें इंडिया की, outstanding once again. Bumrah 3 wickets out of his 4 overs. Arshdeep picking up 3 as well, giving away 36. Kuldeep Yadav was in the 11 today. in place of Siraj. 2 wickets to his name. Akshar Patel with 1 as well. An all-round contribution from all of their bowlers, and in the end, a convincing win from India, winning the match by 47 runs. That is a healthy margin for them, and of course that will reflect very nicely on the points table as well. But a great all-round performance, and you know, it's good to see those runs coming from these batters in back-to-back games in the Caribbean now, after seeing a stretch of those bowler-dominated conditions. And now these batters are finding their form once again. We saw in in that South Africa match, then the England and West Indies match, Phil Salt playing that blinder, and now once again we are seeing some runs in the Caribbean. About time, I think.
New conditions for India, though. It's their first game in the Caribbean. They did play all of their group matches in the US of A. But one man who had no time to waste when it came to adapting to conditions was Surya Kumar Yadav. The sky was literally the limit once again for the great man with the back-to-back 50s for him. He was unbelievable today, just targeting all around the park, Marty, for his 53 of 28 balls. I mean, pick a shot. Which was your favourite?
Probably all of them. He's got a great method against playing Rashid Khan, hasn't he? You know, we saw in the pre-show that, you know, his strike rate and his average against Rashid Khan is particularly high, and it's gone even higher today. So, you know, he's played extremely well. Just hit him off his length, really. Just didn't let him settle. A couple of beautiful sweep shots. He manipulated the field, got them to change it, and then still hit it over into the gap as well. So he was going absolutely flying along, and then, you know, some of these big hits here, absolutely incredible. And just seemed to, whatever he hit, it picked the gap or went over the boundary. It was great to watch. And the other impressive thing was that he built partnerships along the way to help India get to that 180 mark. And, you know, as I've said before, that's the key to setting big totals and chasing big totals.
How did he neutralize Rashid Khan? Cross bat. What did I
As
say
he
to you in the
mentioned
beginning?
earlier.
Thank
The
you very
batting
much.
coach of Pakistan
Marty said
incumbent.
he got out. I said,
But the good thing about his batting that he can take ball from the front of his eye.
No.
So that was the key. He used that pace of Rashid Khan. So that's how he can manage well.
I tried to
against
slog sweep him.
Sorry?
I tried to slog sweep him, that's why.
Because if you looked at his wagon wheel, he was literally scoring all around the park. There was no quadrant that was left untouched. When we talk about baby AB de Villiers, Mr. 360, he's like the incumbent, isn't he now, Surya Kumar Yadav? You know, where do you bowl to him when he's in this kind of form? And he's just finding his form at the right time now. Back-to-back 50s, he's looking ominous.
Maybe you mix up your pace more against him, and sometimes you can as a fast bowler you can.
I've seen him getting out many times.
But with spinners, it's hard job to bowl against him.
Just don't bother, I reckon.
So let him score. I've seen him, you know, when you see somebody's playing like this now, the only option you're left behind will either hit the stumps or try him with the bounces.
But
how many hits that he's going to hit?
Retire,
Yeah.
How many hits that he's going to go for 6? One miscue. That's it. That's all you need. You go for a 20, 30 runs, go for 20, 40 runs. That's fine. But he still managed to get the wickets.
और spinners को क्या करना चाहिए अपना?
No, I think he has a great range of shot against spinner. He uses his feet well. He has that sweep shot very well. So I think, as you said earlier, as a spinner, if you go with the light variation, you can give a little bit more
Air in the
air, and also you can sometimes, if you see he's already going for a sweep shot, you can go for a straight yorker to him. You know, these are the things you can try. But you know, he took him on straight away.
Yeah.
Who got the best options? Like Rashid is the main bowler. He was getting wickets, and I'm really impressed the way he took him on straight away. Straight away, he went for a different sweep shots, different range of shot, and then they were under pressure.
And that pressure never really settled off of Afghanistan bowling. Agar hum dekhen, after that platform was set by Sky, Hardik Pandya came in and he just carried it on so beautifully. He didn't have the best IPL fees. He was struggling for runs in that season, the whole 2-month season. But then seeing him at his best, doing what he does for Team India, and of course he can bowl. आज उन्होंने 2 overs कराए, लेकिन still what beautiful form he's in right now.
असल में देखो, उन्होंने टारगेट किया बॉलर को. जब वो राशिद के सामने आए तो he was not playing his shots, क्योंकि सूर्या कुमार यादव उनको अग्रेसिव शॉट्स खेले थे, and he was trying to spend more time on the crease. और फिर इन्होंने अपने बॉलर टारगेट किए कि ये वाले बॉलर हैं जिनके अगेंस्ट में अपने स्ट्रॉन्ग हिट्स लगा सकता हूँ. आई थिंक ओवरऑल अगर देखें तो इन दोनों की जो पार्टनरशिप थी नियरली 60 रन्स की, उसने अफगानिस्तान से मैच को दूर कर दिया और वो इंडिया की फेवर में ले गए. सो आई थिंक दैट पार्टनरशिप बिटवीन हिम एंड स्काई आई थिंक टेकन द गेम अवे फ्रॉम अफगानिस्तान.
ये सारों को तो पता है यहाँ विकेट आसान नहीं है. अमेरिका से बेहतर विकेट लगे थे, फिर भी आसान विकेट नहीं. टेक्निकली इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लेयर हैं कि एडजस्ट कर लेते हैं. ठीक है, लेकिन बट ही हैज गिवन टाइम टू हार्दिक पांड्या. स्काई गिवन टाइम टू हार्दिक पांड्या. यू सेटल इन फॉर 4 overs, that's fine. I'll keep on scoring runs. When time comes, you'll hit it.
And that's what they
Look
did.
how this their mindset works.
It's also simple,
Aaron,
isn't it? Simple game plan.
Simple game plan. You take your time. I'll score runs for you. At the same time, Sky was scoring runs at the high speed, but at the same time, you must give credit to Rashid Khan.
Yes.
He never took himself off. He could have taken himself off. कह सकता था यार वो लगा हुआ बाद में कर लूँ, दो तो ले लिए हैं, लेकिन फिर आया. He kept on trying कि यार मैं इसके सूर्य कुमार यादव की विकेट ले जाऊँ. This is the character of the man as a captain. He kept on coming. He didn't let other spinners कि यार तू कर ले यार तू आ जा, मैं बच जाता हूँ. करते हैं लोग.
नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता.
तुम्हें सारा कुछ पता है. तुम अब्दुल्ला हो.
देखिए
तुम्हें सारा पता है.
मेरे ख्याल से हमें कॉम्प्लीमेंट देना चाहिए.
Exactly.
कि 4 आउट होने के बाद भी एक ऐसा प्लेयर खेल रहा है जो कि अगर 10 ओवर 7 खेल जाते तो 80 रन और हो जाते.
They would be thinking of that.
तो कितनी
क्योंकि आगे
luxury
आने वाले
आपके
उनके ओपोनेंट आसान नहीं है बिल्कुल.
हम बात कर रहे हैं कि T20 में आप आगे कैसे निकल जाते हो और पीछे क्यों रह जाते हो, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मिडिल पीरियड. सो दे वर गुड एट एट दैट टाइम ओवर देयर. सो मेरे ख्याल से ये वो पॉइंट है जो कि हमने आज सीखा है. और ऑपोजिट अगर टीम अफगानिस्तान को देख लें तो उनका मिडल में वो कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. तो मेरे ख्याल से ये एक ट्रिकी पॉइंट है जो कि, और कल जैसे कल के मैच में भी यही हुआ टीम वेस्ट इंडीज़ के पास. तो मेरे ख्याल से देखिए जो मिडिल पीरियड है यहाँ पे आपको बड़ा अच्छा खेलना है. आप खेलोगे क्योंकि पिचेस आपके सामने ही है. ठीक है, वैसे न्यूयॉर्क की तरह नहीं है, यूएस की तरह नहीं है, लेकिन
फिर भी आसान नहीं है.
कुछ ना कुछ सरप्राइज होगा.
कुछ तो कुछ
प्रिपेयर आपने रहना.
इवन स्पिनर के लिए भी आसान नहीं है क्योंकि अब स्लो है तो स्पिनर को भी बहुत ज्यादा, जैसे आप राशिद खान की बात करें, वो थोड़ा तेज इसलिए बॉल कर रहे थे क्योंकि बॉल पुश मिल जाए. तो मेरे ख्याल से ये दोनों के लिए इजी नहीं है, लेकिन वो ये बात है कि आपने अपने लिए इजी कैसे करना है, जैसे इन दोनों ने किया.
Right. Talking about the conditions, and of course that's what Rohit Sharma also said at the toss. He could tell reading from that pitch that it will get slower in the second half, and that's what they wanted to do to capitalize, to get as many runs on the board as they could and then leave it to their bowlers, and that's what happened.
Yeah, well, a decent track compared to some of the ones that we've seen in this T20 World Cup for sure. I mean, 180 was scored in that first innings, but just with Bumrah, he comes on, he makes the wicket seem like he's back in the US of A. 3 for 7 of 4 overs.
Unreal.
One boundary in that 7 runs as well, mind you, which could have very easily have been a wicket. He was just unbelievable again, Shoaib. He adapted brilliantly.
Aaron, what he's doing? See the ball. Just spinning it. Not even slower one. It's not a slow one. It's actually off break. We understand ball is gripping, so have to bowl like a off spinner. So that's what he does. He's got the best Yorkers, right? He's got the best Yorker. We all know that. Why is the smartest fast bowler on the planet? Because he reads the pitch and the situation so better than anybody else. Because that he doesn't have a long run up to think about it. He just comes on the crease and thinks about how I'm going to get the people out. What he does, he gets on the variation. This variation is that which you need as a bowler, and that's what I was looking for from अफगानिस्तान बॉलर्स. वेरिएशन जाओ. लेंथ बॉल कर रहा है नवीन, लेंथ बॉल कर रहा है, वो कहाँ करेगा, वो एंगल तुम्हारा ये बन रहा है. सो बुमराह top-notch fast bowler.
It's nice to see him with the new ball too. And Siraj wasn't there, so he did get the new ball. And look, he gets both the openers in a matter of balls. Do you like seeing him with the new ball? Should India be taking that route?
He's missing out on many wickets, not bowling with the new ball. I mean, like, you got to be very selfish. I know he's a great team man. He gave his position to a youngster. You bowl, you get some wickets. But very nice to see him. But for him to bowl a new ball, I think he's going to add up about 100 wickets in the next 2 years.
It's almost like he not gets punished, but takes one for the team in order, because he can bowl anywhere versus perhaps some of the others in the lineup. All credit to Siraj and Arshdeep, but they are wonderful new ball bowlers as well. But Bumrah with a new ball. Nice. It's a dangerous prospect.
I think it's time to break now.
For sure.
Looks like we're off to a very short break there here on Vantage Developers Presents Game on Hair. Still plenty more to unpack about this first bout of the Super 8s between Afghanistan and India. Stick with us on the other side.